Hello to you too.
I'm gonna try to get this uploaded like as soon as possible. Probably
I'll try to do
also,
the same.
like basically like immediately. Yeah, immediately after we're done with this. But what we're doing today, I'm joined by, you can see him up there, his face. You can see Mr. Spikevegeta up there. And what we are doing today is we are going to be doing the Scrubs settings. For those that are not familiar with Scrubs got started way back when OOT Rando was kind of getting its footing and taking off as a really big competitive rando. And Scrubs, which for the record is not a derogatory term, we want to be very clear. It's not called Scrubs.
This is for shitty people. Yep. Okay.
Right, that's not why it's called that. It's based off of the Scrubs from OOT. But generally, it's just a tournament format that is more akin to players who are new, players who, you know, maybe the more competitive settings, the more fleshed out tournaments are a little too much for them. It's a big time commitment. They're not very familiar with the game, whatever it may be. And Scrubs puts together these like beginner tournaments. And they've been doing it for OOT for years. Well, they actually did a DK64 tournament last year. And these are the settings that they have decided on for season 2. Most of this is being organized and developed by Verdant Ash. Of course, Ash, big member of the community. Ash is great. If you don't know who Verdant Ash is, go follow her. She's great. She does a lot of stuff with the DK64 randomizer community. She's kind of like heading this whole thing. And the point of these settings is, again, it's a little, I don't want to say it's easier, but it is a lot more digestible. A lot of the really crappy things that this randomizer can force you to do are not enabled. And there are a lot of settings to go over. Very quickly, I'm just gonna go through all of them. If you're familiar with my channel, if you're familiar with Spike's channel, you're gonna know what all of this stuff means. Again, all of this stuff is kind of meant to be a little bit more digestible from I guess you call it like a rookie standpoint. We're gonna need 50 GBs to beat the game. The 50 GB door is at the back of Helm. We're gonna need that to open the door. We have 35 colored bananas for medals, which is great. We love that. Path hints as well as dose doors, which if you've watched us do season 4, it's very familiar. It's the same thing. We're just gonna have to walk up to the doors to read the hints. We're gonna start with Shockwave. We're starting with camera, a slam, ammo belt, music upgrade, 2 Kongs, 2 random starting moves. In this seed we have climbing and barrels. And we have keys 1 and 3, which means we have to go through Helm. Key 8 will always be at the back of Helm, just like it is in season 4. The interesting things that are like disabled in these categories are like, I don't know, and Spike, maybe you agree with me or disagree with me. These are like the really hard checks, like the ones that sucked when you were a kid, right? The mine carts, the beetle races, the car
owl
races, mine carts,
yeah,
owl races, things like that. Yeah, all of those checks that are very, very difficult for beginners are just junked. You will never have to do them. You'll never have to worry about racing the beetle or racing the rabbit or anything like that. You're also never going to have to worry about doing jetpack or DK arcade, which is, you know, super great. You're never going to have to worry about the hard mini games. The hard mini games are turned off as well. A couple other barrier things, the Kong cages, stuff like that. Jape's tunnels are open. You'll see that kind of as we go through. But one of the more interesting things, and this has been a feature for a really long time, is the hints. So obviously we're going to walk up to a hint door and we're going to read a hint, but then it's going to go into our pause menu. When we've effectively solved that hint by whatever parameters the game sets for us, if we pull up the pause menu again, that hint will be grayed out. So you'll know as a beginner when you have fulfilled what that hint is referring to. You're never going to have to guess. You're never going to have to think like, oh, well, I got this move there, but I also might have gotten that move there. I don't really know which one it's talking about. You'll be able to tell instantaneously if you pick a move up in an area that is being hinted, whether or not that is the move that it is talking about. So, and that's been a setting for a long time, which I think perhaps even, you know, even like the first iteration of Scrub settings probably had that. But that was a lot of word salad. But I wanted to kind of get that out of the way. That's what we're doing today, because we're trying to promote this tournament. If you've ever watched me and Spike do this on our Twitch channels, on our YouTube channels, and you thought that's really fun, but that also looks really hard, these settings are great for you. Yeah, and I'm happy to show them off. So Give me a good time. Spike fell asleep while I was talking. See? He fell asleep. Not even there anymore. Doing season 4, you should have a camera. Yes, you should have a camera. Also SLO. Yes. I probably should have talked about that. Yes. Simple level order is enabled in these. And really all that kind of means is that we're sort of expected to clear out the first 3 levels of the game prior to moving on to the later levels in the game, which is kind of how it works. But Spike, are you ready? Are you there? Where'd Spike go? Someone check on Spike. What happened? I'm gonna pull up his stream right now. He is not there. He got up.
Yeah.
Well, I did that whole intro. Are you there?
I went to go get some water.
Oh, okay. You're good.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, I did the whole intro. I am ready to go if you are.
Yeah, let me take one swig of my water and remind everybody that if you are looking to join any of the Scrubs tourneys or anything, DK64randomizer.com is really cool and it's very fun. And we've been literally playing it for years. So that being said, Doggy, Chunky, Saxophone, Blast, and Barrel Start. Let's go and get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
I actually just recently found out that it has been over 3 years that you and I have been playing this.
Holy shit, it's been that long? Girl, we old as
It has been that
fuck.
long. It has been that long, yes. I got a banana. Oh my god.
Oh, is that one real? Oh yeah, there aren't any fake ones, are there?
There are no fake, yeah, there are no ice traps here.
Starting to question every time I pick up one of these motherfuckers.
Okay. Now, just because these are the scrub settings and they are designed for beginners, it doesn't mean that Spike and I are gonna necessarily play it like a beginner should.
Right.
Like, for example, like this check in the K-Lumsy cage that I'm doing with Donkey, this is absolutely not in logic and is probably very, very difficult for beginners. So, you know, this GB that I'm about to get, you don't necessarily even need to get this GB if you don't want to. So
Let's just take a peek. What's over here?
Because, you know, why not?
What you do? Oh, okay, I'm glad I peeked at that.
Do I have...
So again, gamers, for people watching this, most important thing to point out is just that, yeah, the hints you see on the side, that is just the number of important checks in that area. Just pretty straightforward. So I know DK Isles has 5 important things in it somewhere. We've maybe seen where one of those could be. Yeah, sure, I'll try this as well. Does Donkey burp faster than Chunky? I think he does. Yeah, he definitely does.
Yeah, Donkey's slam is faster than Chunky's. And yeah, I don't know, Spike, I don't know if you heard though, because I know you went up and got some water. One other thing to note is that they do have the grayed out hints thing. In the pause menu, when you solve a hint, it will gray itself out.
Yeah, I noticed that. I mean, like, I noticed that was a thing. I do not have a thing yet.
I do not have a hint yet. Oh, I'm about to get one. Okay.
Nice, we were able to get it. Cool. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. And it is simple level order, chat. And I believe all that really means is that level 1 cannot be more expensive than level 2, for example.
Yep, that's all it means.
For
example, so you see how...
generally, the Siege should want you to go level 1, then 2, then 3. But there are, you know, it's got some flexibility within that.
It can bounce you around between levels 1, 2, and 3. But the general idea is that you're going to want to clear out levels 1, 2, and 3 before moving to 4, before moving to 5.
Yeah.
That type of thing.
35 small bananas for the banana medals. So nice and low there. Should have to not have to keep track of nearly the amount of small banana logic.
Also, yes, every day. We stand for the national anthem.
Let's get a hint. They say that is on the way of my wiener.
Okay. No money, Bob. What are you doing on the show? Ooh, I see that over there. I kind of want to go get that.
For anyone watching this, if you consider yourself a beginner, if you are moving around with the Kongs, you should always move around with Donkey. And it's just hold Z and press the B button. That's it. That gives you this roll that is shockingly fast for what it is.
Yes. Yeah, it is infinitely the fastest way to get around here.
Honestly, the best way we could have introed that was going for that cage. They say that is on the, yep. Because, yeah, you normally need lanky and a range stand sprint.
They have this setting on? They do. Okay, cool. Nice. I am going to do another really kind of niche out of logic thing, but that's totally fine. That's a thing, yes. You can do that if you have on, there's a specific setting that needs to be turned on, which is called less fragile boulders, but yes, you can do that. Another thing that I was gonna say is yes, Spike is absolutely correct. Rolling around as Donkey is the fastest way to move. It also doubles as an attack that will knock things over. And I encourage all of you to go into Mr. I Ate Your Pie stream and remind him of that every time you go in there.
$7. I don't know if that's worth it.
You know, yeah, he tends to forget. Pie tends to forget that Donkey's roll is really fast. So if you could just go remind him.
That's right.
That would be you'd be doing that man a service.
Inspiring Badger, thank you for the 7 months. Appreciate you.
Donkey's roll. He doesn't want to go fast. I knew he was an idiot.
Let's do this. Am
I gonna miss? No.
Oh, these cutscenes are on.
Yeah, you could skip them.
Oh, you can?
I think it's like, yeah, you can. I think if you got to press like A or B, and then you'll skip them.
I'm just gonna hit.
Probably again.
Let's try A.
They're for, you know, in case you're new to the game and you don't know what certain switches do.
I mashed A and B and neither one skipped it. That's fine, by the way. Yeah, I
definitely was able to skip it. Maybe what was I hitting?
Maybe it was a skill issue. Yeah.
It's start to skip. Okay, start to skip. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
But yeah, again, another really good beginner-friendly setting there. If you don't know what switches do, you just kind of hit one, you're like, oh, that opened up that area, you know?
When I get those.
Good beginner knowledge. Okay.
They say that, yes, that was true. You could, in fact, get her there.
Oh, so is this what I'm about to read? Okay, yeah, so perfect. So we just read that tiny hint, right? If I go to my pause menu, you see how that hint is grayed out? That's precisely what it looks like. So whenever you're playing through these settings, if you find something, if you have a hinted area and you find something in that area, you could very easily just pause the game, double check, find that hint, and just see if it's grayed out or not. And you know precisely what move it was talking about. So it's a really, really, really good feature for beginners.
Oh yeah, let me showcase that as well. Yeah, Tidy can be bought in caves. And then also, I'm assuming can just like tell you about logic effectively. Like, oh, was that the thing it was talking about for the Way of the Horde? It will gray it out for you.
Precisely. Oops, my Z button.
I'm definitely gonna lose. Like, it's a good thing those are on. I'm definitely gonna lose a lot of time and be like, oh, I gotta skip cutscenes. Because I just don't know where they're gonna pop up. Again, though, that is a very, very good beginner setting.
Yes, for sure. I also need to go grab. This is also just gonna show like kind of be a nice showcase of where these hint doors are.
Yep.
You've already seen us check a couple of them. There's also going to be one in here. Now there is going to be one that I am probably not gonna be able to access. And again, that would mean that logically you're not supposed to be able to access it. But I'll try to show a kind of a beginner-friendly trick that you could do.
Oh, very good.
No. We're not gonna cheat. We're just gonna show off a really cool thing that you can do. We're gonna buy this.
Yeah, Drox says, I think Kyber and I are both planning to literally, like, right after this upload this video.
Yeah, I am literally, when my stream is over, I'm immediately going to upload this to my YouTube channel so that anybody can have access to it instantaneously. Again, and then this is probably not knowledge. I will just give this away. Spike and I both read that hint that said that cave shops were on the path to Key 2. I just bought Key 2, which means that hint would also be grayed out. And hints like that are the best ones you could possibly find because it's just very simple. There's no steps to it. There's no like additional logic that goes into it. It's telling you the key is in that shop. Go buy it.
Yeah.
There's nothing special about it.
Also worth pointing out here that we already, Kuiper probably already has his info, or he's about to get it. Neither one of us are sweaty about this. It's not like a race.
No.
Right there, I already basically know where all the important items are in this world. We already have 4 of them. Oh, hey. What's up, dude? And I have already seen where the 5th one is. Now, we could get other important stuff, though. Go ahead.
Okay. I do want to point out that the thing that I just did is not in logic. You are never expected to do that. I donkey kicked over to the Diddy barrel by the waterfall.
Oh, I could have done that. Well, it's fine. I'll do that later. I wasn't even thinking about doing that. Yeah,
I just did it. Just, again. My brain, even though Spike and I are both kind of treating this as like a sort of like a beginner tutorial type of thing, I still, and as we alluded to it recently, I've been playing this rando for over 3 years, so my brain just like, oh yeah, I can just kick over to that. All right, we're gonna grab this. Now, again, important thing to note about those doors is we now see where the boss door is, which means our last hint door is right there. And a very easy way to get up to this is if you have Tiny or Diddy, and you kind of wedge yourself in this window, like this. You can kind of just like backflip up there, like this. Oh no, hold on. It's actually technically easier with Diddy, but oh my gosh, come on.
Yeah, that one is, again, anybody can do whatever they want. That one is actually, I think, like, pretty darn difficult.
There we go. Okay, yeah, you can just backflip there. Foolish may not. Very good. We got a foolish hand. Cool.
Oh, you did the same one.
And you don't know what foolish means. Basically just means that none of the, we know that there are 5 items in DK aisles in general. But main aisle is only referring to like DK aisle, like this whole area right here. Anything that we find there is foolish, meaning that we're not necessarily expected to have that in order to beat the game. So that's all that hint means, in case you're not familiar with that type of terminology.
They say that something here is on the path of this, and this. Worth pointing out for people who maybe watch this a lot, it is only 2 doors in Helm. I'm assuming it's also just 1 minigame apiece.
I believe so, yes. I believe so.
And 2 phases of K. Rool. So this seed we know from the tracker right here that it is busted.
Correct, Estancia. Yes, correct, precisely.
It is tiny and chunky. Therefore, we're gonna need Featherbow, Mini Monkey, Primate Punch, Hunky Chunky, and Gorillagon to do those 2. Now, you also might wonder, why am I doing this? Why am I jumping into this? This is a check that is off. I could be wrong, actually. I was like, I thought maybe this would warp me over faster. It's not. For anyone who wants to. It's probably at best. Yeah, at best, that was maybe the same speed.
I mean, it's a GB. So, again, this check will never be required of you. But if you do go beyond playing the beginner settings, this check is almost always on. So, you know, if you want to try it, feel free to try it. You know, there's no pressure to learn it or anything like that. But it will warp you over to this area.
Yep.
It's kind of nice.
Yeah, that was kind of the idea of why I did that.
Okay.
We also, and I've just noticed that, you get a nice little check mark that basically tells you that's what that hint was referring to. So that item we just picked up, I'll go ahead and give it away. Monkey Port, that is on the path of Tiny, Chunky, Key 6, and Key 8.
Where do you see a checkpoint?
In the bottom right corner when you pick it up, you have fulfilled that hint.
Oh, right. Okay, I understand.
Right.
I was like, I haven't seen a checkpoint yet.
Let's get another hint. Looking for, okay. This is a pretty common hint you'll run into. Slams are both in Factory and Galleon. Oh, wait.
Oh, wow, we're reading the same hints. Okay.
Let's go.
We're just reading the exact same hints as we go, yeah.
Now, worth pointing out, just because Forest is level 2, that doesn't hard mean the next bit of progression is in level 2. It just means level 2 will be cheaper, or at least the same cost as getting into level 3 and beyond. It can't be more than them. The only exception to that is maybe levels 3 and 4, because they're open at the same time by the same key. Like, technically they could be different prices, but I'm not sure. Same with level 6 and 7. Actually, would have been a good cutscene to just let it roll. Ow! He slammed my dick in.
Now, here is a great example of why certain things are way of the Horde.
Yes.
For those that are wondering. So I am currently in Thornvine Barn, okay? And you saw who was on that barrel. We don't need to say who's on that barrel, but you just saw who it was.
That motherfucker right there.
I could absolutely positively just kick jump with Donkey over to that barrel and get in it just fine. But the game is not going to assume you can do that. So hitting that switch not only spawns the barrel, but it also spawns these ropes that you swing across. So the vine swinging that we got just a little bit ago that was hinted on the path of Kongs could very easily only be referring to Diddy right here.
Yeah. Yeah, so this fulfills the why vines were on the path of Kongs. To note, it could also be on the path of Lanky. I don't personally know that right now.
I also do not know.
So that does, in a way, cover for that.
You can, I shot Chunky because I was reading Solski's stupid message.
Worth pointing out, this is a little trick you can do. Basically, backflips going from Diddy to Chunky or Lanky, but pop! But in particular to Chunky are very powerful. Because you get the height from Diddy, and then Chunky or Lanky will extendo arm up. Let's do this.
Boom. Out of Kongs, you hit the Chunkster. Don't mean I was gonna say I should have just shot Diddy. That is true. Classic Solsky coming in here, getting me distracted, not even inviting me to Lort. Classic.
Oh, here's another very easy strat for beginners. Jumping on mushrooms with Chunky gives wild results. Like that one right there.
Yeah, why that happens, people have theories, but the general idea is, I don't know, this game is weird.
Weird game. Weird game is weird.
Yeah. Thank you, Supreme. Thank you for doing God's work.
To know,
So
battle
you
crowns
get a raise.
on most settings, on the vast majority of settings, battle crowns don't mean anything. But always keep attention to your local tournament, what they're gonna do. Because maybe they're like, haha, fuck you, you need that shit. Give me that. $1, Bob. $1 it is. Also worth noting, you are going to need, I'm assuming it's hard locked, right? 45 GBs for helm, 50 for the door.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
So we are going to have to eventually get up to 45 and 50 respectively in order to beat the seed. I'll go ahead and show a couple different ways. Again, you have to actually hold A for that one. That'll get you over there. But also a way, if let's say you don't have Chunky, but you have climbing, which on the scrub settings you will always have it. Just go up this mushroom instead, and you can kick over with Donkey. I don't know if the other Kongs, I mean, if you have Ponytail Twirl, you can also do it with that. But yeah, I'm not sure if, like, Diddy or someone could make it.
Could make what?
The jump over from the other mushroom to get up to the mid-level.
Donkey can make it, and Tiny with PTT can make it.
Okay. It's not an overly important trick to know if you are just, if you have climbing, but it can save some time because there's really not a lot of value in the lower part. I don't think this is worth doing it just for a GB. So we're just going to blast out of here. But yeah, that's another thing that's...
You don't want to do the forced blast course?
The blast course. Yeah, I don't know if that has great value. We have no guns, which would normally be a way that I would kill a lot of these enemies. Otherwise, you can either catch them when they stand up. Like just start another combo. For whatever weird reason, that auto kills enemies. Or you can try to catch them with shock waves. Diddy and...
Like I just did.
Diddy and Tiny are the best for those because they come out like instantly. Whereas Chunky's got to do like the long burp and everything. And Donkey's got the slam.
I didn't fall down. I thought I was going to fall down. I didn't fall
But
down.
he did not.
Oh, and one last thing. People in my chat brought it up, but again, I want to make sure that it's said. These settings have on a specific thing that affects forest, which is referred to as dusk.
Oh,
and the reason I'm bringing it up is because I just walked through a door that would normally be shut. Dusk is a setting that opens up all of the day-night doors in forest. Normally, forest has specific areas that are locked away, whether it's daytime or nighttime, and the only way to transition that back and forth is to shoot the switches on the like cuckoo clock in the main entrance area. Dusk means all of those doors are open from the start, so you can kind of route forest however you want. You don't need a gun to open up all those gates and things like that. If you've ever watched Spike and I do a Kevin seed, Kevins have had Dusk on basically since the creation of Dusk as a setting, because I think it's better. It's just more fun, I think. I think it's just a nice thing to have on. So
I normally would say this is not worth doing, but just to point it out, I think that the time is dropping. Maybe it's not, actually. I was doing the battle crown. I don't think the timer was going down. So I will cut off that piece of commentary.
Gamers, I might have fallen down.
What a dummy.
I might have fallen down.
Get it?
And
The timer.
just a real quick thing. We're not making it about this or anything like that. But apparently I can't play my sound effects while in a call with Spike because I discontinued my Nitro subscription.
Oh, we did. Okay.
So I can't play my sounds. Hooray! Yay! We love Discord.
Boss stores could always have something, so we can show it right here. And it will show you the item once you open the door.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, boss fights are generally very long, so doing it for anything less than a vial, a key, a Kong, like a major item, is generally not worth it, but you never know, you could get to the point where you kind of just need that big fat numby.
Okay. All right. I think we're gonna do this, and we're just gonna come over here. Yeah, bosses potentially are a little more important in these settings simply because like a lot of the junk checks are turned off. So you are gonna potentially want to be checking bosses. That is hilarious. And that is going to refer to that exactly is
yeah.
The forest medals on the path to Kongs was fulfilled on the chunky medal that I got, which was Strong Kong. Strong Kong is logically required to get where Diddy is because we needed to get past those vines that I damaged through. So if you wanted to kind of follow the intended logic of how I got Diddy, you were supposed to get vine swinging off of a caves medal, then you were supposed to get Strong Kong off of the chunky medal, then you were supposed to get Diddy. That is like the intended logical chain of what we were supposed to do there. So
I'm gonna let you come back over here because I did forget to read this hint. Oh, okay. Diddy can in fact be found by Donkey in forest.
Sure can.
Yeah, to finish that commentary then with the battle crowns, as you kill enemies, time will just start falling off the timer. I don't know exactly what the increment said, 1.5 seconds, what it is, but it was coming off, so that was good.
It's actually dependent on the enemy, how much time comes
off.
off.
Oh, I've never known that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm coming over
on the enemy
because okay. You could, as you can see, Donkey's little like kick, jump, punch combo is very strong. That can allow you to get over a lot of gaps. Outside of PTT, I would, if there's like one thing I would recommend day one, you learn about doing DK64 randomizer, just understand how good Donkey is at moving.
Yes.
Now, because of that, because I'm not doing this as intended with Rocket Barrel, I am going to have to drop down and then jump up one more time. But you can just kind of round this corner.
You get a bigger bonus if you don't shockwave kill them. Any shockwave killed enemy will only take 1 second off.
Oh, because I was doing some shockwave kills there. Oh, and that's why I think I was like, oh, I didn't notice anything.
You were cheating.
I was a little cheater. Oh no, dude. I was a little low.
Now I know one of these doors is closed. I don't remember which one. It's that one. So we're just gonna come over and grab these. We're gonna come with this. being a little riskier with things. No, I think that's fine, Balam. I think that makes total sense.
All right, so the last thing I need to do, so I could effectively go out of logic and just jump to another level. But for now, also I recommend that. Keep track of your levels. Using Track-O-Matic to scroll them as figured out. So I knew Caves was level 1 and Forest was level 2. So if you get late and you're like, oh, I gotta go do this thing somewhere. But where do I go? You can check your Track-O-Matic. I could simply jump to level 5 like Kuiper could as well. But I'm going to keep things mostly in order. Again, the logic might want you to go there. But because we know it's simple level order, and I've already seen how expensive level 3 is, odds are very good we can't even get into level 5. The power of that is really just you don't need to go back to caves anymore. Unless you need golden bananas. Where the game obviously keeps logically in mind how many, oh, let me also do, oh, wait, no, I know that. The game is logically trying to keep in mind how many bananas you have access to up to that point.
Now, I would say I'm going to check something here real quick, and if this ends up being something, I'll make a point to mention why I did this, but if not, just ends up being okay, I might be okay, yeah, I think that's gonna be worth discussing here in a minute. Let me see what this is. And are you gonna give me something as well? No. Okay. All right, so you'll notice that we've been talking about how simple level order works, how it differs from complex level order, which is normally what we do in Kevin. The thing to keep in mind if you are a beginner is that any check that is in DK Isles is not considered as part of, like, it's not a level, right? It's not a level 1 or a level 2 or a level 3. So while simple level order implies that, yeah, you just go to level 1, then you go to level 2, the game can't expect you to, like, no, you're supposed to get something out of level 2 to bring it to Isles, to do something in Isles, to then go back to level 2. So yeah, that's kind of how the back and forth kind of works. Just because, like, again, I think people can often forget about the Isles checks and where they fit in when it comes to simple level order. And the short answer really is just that you can do them. They're not really even part of that chain, right? Most of Isles is just kind of, I don't want to say sphere 0 because it isn't, but it's implied once you get the ability to do a check in Isles, it doesn't matter whether you got it out of level 1 or level 2 or level 5, the game can expect you to then go back to it and do whatever is intended to do. So simply like that. Okay, interesting. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, there is, in fact, a item I'm just now thinking of where I'm like, oh, we might have had to get that before we come in here. But we'll see.
All right. Now, that is interesting. Okay.
Wieners.
LeBron James reportedly forgot to check everything in Isles. Devastating. I know, right?
I thought there was about to be a real LeBron James report coming in.
That's really funny.
They say that's something in there. Yes, there was. Which, hold up. Oh yeah,
Okay, we already got that already. We already know that that's a thing. Okay. Again, Spike and I are not being super sweaty about this. Another easy tip for beginners that's really, you would never think to, test this potentially if you were playing a seed is that if you are underwater, if you are swimming underwater, so technically the fastest Kong underwater is Diddy. Diddy gets, I believe it's like Diddy gets up to his top swimming speed like slightly faster than Lanky. Lanky and Diddy swim at the exact same speed, but Diddy, like, his acceleration is faster. So if you are ever underwater and you have Diddy or Lanky, you should always be swimming as Diddy or Lanky. So
yeah. The others are much slower.
I'm actually going up.
I think, gamers, we are going to have to go get that item we were just talking about. Because I feel quite restricted. I'm going to go ahead and open this. Just because I have... And this will simultaneously also just kill the big boy up here. All right, because, yeah, there's more than likely nothing else I can do right now. Oh, there is this as well. So, again, our foolish hint we had was about main aisle doesn't have anything. Everything over on, like, the Donkey Kong side. Yeah, this looks like a low timer. We'll grab this one, why not?
Ooh, okay.
This being part of Creme Aisle. And there's still 5 items in here that we don't know about.
I don't want this information. So we just found our first B locker that we could not go into. Very important. Okay, I do want to make a point too, because I think this could potentially be a situation that can confuse some people. This area that I am on right now, we read that hint earlier that said that main aisle was foolish. This, where I am standing right now currently, is not main aisle. As you can see, it is disconnected from the main aisle. So that does not mean that the item that I just found is foolish. It potentially could lead to something. I want that to be very, very...
DK.
Ooh, okay, so we know... we know
that.
that.
Does it intentionally hold that up there in the air? Oh, interesting, interesting.
Yeah, another thing, Ambient, that's actually a really good point. I can actually just show this. If you are ever confused as to what region you are in, because I know obviously we've been talking about all these regions, all these different areas. If you simply just pause the game, it'll tell you where you are. That's where I am right now.
Yep.
If I cross this gap right here, now I'm here. There you go. Very, very easy to learn and to memorize by just simply pausing the game.
So now we probably need to go back here. There is a world. No, there's nothing else over there. This kind of has to be the logic. And you might say, like, well, you could go to level 5. Yes. I'm not logically expected to go into level 5 yet, because you would need rocket barrel boost to get key 4. Doo-doo. So, gamers, I think there is one there's one check in logic that could have the stuff we need. Well, 2 checks, because they're both. Is this...
And then...
Okay.
And then again, one last thing, again, maybe some of this is a little bit rhetorical and, you know, maybe doesn't need to be explained, but if anybody's ever wondering, so do you need to collect the blueprints? The blueprints just get you GBs. It's just part of the routing as you go. I'll give this away. In order for me to get into the level that I wanted to get into, I needed to dump some blueprints. So. And there always is, I think especially in like things like simple level order, especially, the buffer as far as how many golden bananas are going to be available to you in order to get into a level is always going to supersede the amount of the door, right? It's always going to be, you know, more than what the game has on the door. So never think that, oh, I need to get every single GB in logic in order to do what I need to do. That is almost never the case.
I was like, I imagine on the scrub settings, it also just puts that number a little lower.
Yeah.
I don't think I can get this still. There's still something that we know is Way of the Horde. Galleon Chunky Metal. I don't think I can get it still. We can come down here. No, that puts us...
I will say if you have diving, you can get it. I will say that.
Doing this tutorial video, and I'm like, you can?
Mm-hmm. If you get all of the ones in the where the one pad is, like all of them, there's 15, and then you have to go up top.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah. I got it. Yeah.
Yep.
Because we know very specifically this is Way of the Hoot. Yeah, I forgot about this 5-pack. This is why it's very important. Aha.
Wow. A good level.
To keep in
Good
mind
level once we get there.
all of your small banana possibilities. There are 100 of them in each level.
There's 500 of them in each level.
100 for each of them. Yeah.
100 for each Kong, yeah. I don't want people thinking like, oh, there's only 20 per Kong. No. There's 100 per.
Then it would be goddamn impossible. Let me just make sure. Yeah.
I'll also, while Spike is doing that, I am in a level. So again, more kind of hint talk stuff, because the hints are very, very important in this randomizer, and under most circumstances, you're going to want to play towards those things pretty quickly and pretty consistently every single seed you do, especially if you're just starting out. I'm in a level creepy castle. And one of the really cool things about Castle is all of the hints in the entire level are available to you from the start. You don't need any particular like special items. There's no gates that are closed off to you that close off hints. You don't need diving like you do in Galleon to read a lot of the hints. They're just out in the world and available for you to read, as long as you are not climbing locked. And I would be very surprised if you can get climbing locked in Scrubs. I'll be honest with you, if that was a thing you could do, I would argue to maybe not have that turned on.
To maybe, yeah, I was gonna say.
Because that would be really terrible for beginners to be climbing locked in Castle. But yeah, all of the hints are available to you in Castle. You can either choose to go up to the top and route it that way, or you could start at the bottom and go up, whatever you want to do. So yeah, never climbing. Yeah, never climbing. Surely.
Yeah, that is definitely after you do a bunch of seeds, because it is a mind fuck when all of a sudden you can't just climb everything.
And if you are wondering, okay, well, what does climbing prevent you from climbing on? The answer is yes. The answer is just yes. If you can think of something you can climb on without climbing, you can't do it. And the answer is simply yes.
Yeah, I'll go peek this check. I'll go peek this check, because I'm also justifying it with there was a door from earlier I didn't check. Again, I swam there. Definitely too much is tiny. You definitely would like to be the diddles.
I pressed B.
It's probably going to be faster for me to read this hint door and then go down into that submarine check. What does this tell me? Ah, okay. It's actually a pretty huge area that guaranteed will not have anything. Yeah, that's actually one of, like, kind of the bigger areas. Which again, foolish does not imply that there couldn't be like GBs and stuff there that you need. But any of the major stuff, they will not be down there.
Yeah. The major things that the points are talking about. So yeah, those points, just to reiterate in case we haven't covered it, those points are referring to any of the like tracker items. So like your keys, your kongs, your moves, whether they be training moves or family moves or whatever the case may be, and the bean. The bean counts as something that is considered in that. So.
Worth pointing out also
That
for Big Bug Bash right here, this is probably one of the harder mini games that are still in the pool. The way I try to think of it, obviously you try to catch them as they spawn. I think of the hitbox like I'm trying to hit them with the very top of the fly swatter.
Yes. Yeah, the bottom of your, in case anybody didn't know, DK64 is a funny video game. The bottom of the fly swatter hitbox just kind of doesn't work.
Yeah.
It just kind of doesn't work. And that's okay. That's
and that is okay.
That is okay. It's fine. Sometimes, you know, you just, sometimes you just, you know, you make a hitbox and you don't make it correctly, and
that's right. That's right.
Get angry.
We're not judging. We're not judging. We're slightly judging. We're not judging.
This game was made by Nintendo. What were they thinking?
How was this a year after? Okay, after Banjo-Kazooie. Okay, interesting way of the horde.
I'm gonna dodge you.
To note our biggest level in terms of just number of items.
I will grab this.
Is Japes, and we have so far not seen it. It is potentially kind of deep, kind of deech.
Potentially. All right. This is actually a very good thing because this will mean that this is the end. Yep. Okay. Good. Did you mention that each blueprint return adds 1 minute to the helm timer? Yeah, Rippy, that is a good, again, it's sometimes like difficult to remember like what some of the vanilla implied things are. Turning in a blueprint will add 1 minute to your helm timer. So if you are completely blind to this game, completely brand new, the concept of like, oh, I gotta go to helm and like do this whole thing on a timer, just turn in some extra blueprints. You'll get a minute for every one you turn in, and you can make that helm timer as big as you want it to be. So that's actually a good call out. I had not mentioned that, Rippy, so thank you. Yeah, so now I am gonna go back and get that galleon chunky metal. I left without doing this, just to kind of get some more info. But this is not a potentially super hard thing to come back and do, so especially with the ones that I have left. Yeah, if you need more than 50 minutes, we can't help you. If you need more than 50 minutes to beat Helm, you're at that you're at the level of Estancia in the shooting gallery in OOT. We can't help you.
To note, it is not at all the length that it is in the base game. It is, you skip the entire first half, all the doors are open, you need to do 2 mini-games. Once those 2 mini-games are done, you're done. Hells to the end.
Right. Come over here and read this hint.
What's this guy say? They say that. Ah, okay.
How many of these have I read?
And to note, there is only one aisle shop. And we've obviously... So Lanky has something there that is blocking our path to key 8.
So...
Which there are not a lot of things left that could be. In fact, there's
I go here, actually.
almost only one thing that could be. Well, one thing that could be referring to. Okay.
I feel like there's like so many little so many like little nuanced things that I like want to bring up and talk about.
But not overload them on information.
Yeah, but not overload everyone that might be watching. Just like there's so many like little minute things that you can do.
The minutiae. This could be something. We'll also show a nice little out of logic trick you can do here. It's actually not out of logic because we have monkey port, and I guess you only need monkey port and Diddy's thick ass. But yeah, you can sit here and you can do that. And you can just get that fairy out of logic.
Funny enough, that fairy that Spike just took a photo of, if you're watching it on his end, that fairy moves significantly slower if you take the picture through the glass than it does if you're actually in the room with it. So if you can take a photo of that fairy through the glass, you should.
Yeah.
Because when you actually try to get in the room with it, it tends to kind of be a jerk and doesn't want to get its picture taken.
Oh yeah, also worth pointing out for Scrubs, the music rando is so good, and don't be dumb like me and be like, oh, I don't know how to put stuff together. The candy pack, there has never been an easier music pack to put together. You just pick the games or the songs you like, and bam, you're done.
Yeah, don't be like Spike and have to share your screen.
I mean, it's my favorite pastime is sharing my screen, dude.
I share my screen with all my friends.
Boob! Always pick up boobs.
We're about to get 2,000 submissions on the rando music. That's
gross.
Over 2,000 songs.
Yeah, you could just click the add all button. Honestly, I need to go through. I like to filter it a little bit, but I need to go back and just update image.
Yep.
Boom!
There's a lot of things in it. Yep, and it's literally just as simple as you go to the DK64randomizer.com Discord, and there is a music packs tab. You go on the website and you click a button, and you say add all, and it adds every song. That's all you do. Simple as that.
Dude, can I not actually get this? Does Donkey not have 23? I just wanted to get this knocked out. Oh no, he got it.
Your pack has 1350 hand-selected songs. And thankfully for Spike, you can upload your existing pack and it will show you what is new since you made your last pack. Man,
it is.
They're really digging in deep about how like, yeah,
fucking
Spike,
stupid.
Real easy.
Anybody can do it.
It's super easy, Spike.
You can do it.
Just do it.
Nah, that sounds intimidating.
Listen, Balam, I had to convince this man basically through like bribery that fighting knights calves on horseback in Elden Ring was bad. Okay?
Dog, all I'm saying is if you don't want to trade hits, show me a version of that where you're doing it fast and not trading hits. That's all I'm saying, dog.
Every single boss hunter that I have done with Rag, Derpy, and I fight those things, I never get hit by those guys.
Yeah, but do you do it fast?
Yeah.
A likely story. I'm gonna need to see video evidence.
If they run away, they run away. That's fine. It's okay. It's all good.
One day,
it's fine if they run
one
away.
day we'll have entire stream content that is us just debating this. I'm gonna.
Spike, yeah, stop being a wiener and update your pack. Wow, Balam's angry. I've never seen Balam this pissed.
Let's do this. Balam, I'm sorry for hurting you.
Right now, that's the worst fairy in the game. If you're brand new to this game and you're doing the Scrubs tournament, and that fairy is ever something that you need, God bless you. That's the worst fairy in the game. I pray for all of you that fairy is never going to be required.
Sure, we'll get these. For anyone wondering if you're like, you already know this area is foolish. I do know this area is foolish, but shops and metals are not part of underground.
No, they are not.
we are kind of working within a somewhat small area where our next logical progression could be. Which again, I could also be like, all right, you know what? I don't care about, because like I might just be looking for like rocket barrel boost to progress the seed right now. Aha, okay. Little FF7 Birth of God. This shit crack.
I just want to say, and you know, obviously Spike and I have been playing this for quite a while. This is my like first actually seeing these settings and playing them myself. I actually think these are really good for what they're
yeah, what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, I think this is really good for beginners.
That's not bad.
Not just saying that because, you know, if I don't say it, Ash will put me through a table.
Dude, that would be sick.
And she would do it.
Oh, always watch out. That bee always wants to shit. We're gonna poop his dick now.
We're gonna check this. This is probably the last thing I look at.
Want to finish off Donkey's medal here real quick. Okay. Was there one other thing I wanted to check real quick? Yeah. Let me just check this off the list.
I'll show off a cool little thing here. One of the things that I think people don't realize is Donkey isn't the only character that has like a ZB, I guess, like movement ability. Tiny has this slide kick that I'm doing. She also has this just dive if you press B. But if you press Z and B at the same time, Tiny will do that like slide kick. And you have a ton of maneuverability when you are doing that slide. You could basically go in like a complete 360. And basically just turn yourself into like you could just hit a bunch of stuff at once. You kind of saw me hit all of those enemies in like one shot as I was doing it. Very underestimated how good Tiny is in combat in this game. Tiny's actually very good for getting rid of enemies. It's really funny. Actually hilarious.
It was nice that we waited to come here until I had 4 fairies so I could get both of the checks. And it will hint you what is behind that door, even if you don't have the 4 fairies. Yeah, worth noting.
How much did Sarah pay you to say that? Sarah didn't pay me anything to say that. I have been on the record numerous times, saying that the ideal 2 Kong start is Donkey Tiny. That is the ideal 2 Kong start. You get the movement of Donkey, you get the high jumps that Tiny gives you. Potentially you get PTT, and her kick slide does a lot of goofy out of logic stuff. So
wow! You ever walk into somewhere with the perfect amount?
Okay. I did earlier.
I have the exact.
Well, Diddy is never ideal in any situation. Wow. Okay. Wow. This is.
Don't forget. Oh. So this is obviously a big level to find because it's by far the biggest number. There are 8 things in here.
Yeah. Yeah. This level got a lot of things in it. It's got this.
Yep. It's got this. It's got that. A little bit of this and that.
Which is needed for... Okay. That was actually the perfect thing to get because you might often see Spike and I not even use this move to get the checks down here. So
Oh, is it literally just
Normally,
gonna give us? That's funny.
It's pineapple in the boulder.
Yeah, that's
to
funny.
get down to chunky underground. So normally what you're intended to do here is you're supposed to shoot these switches, the vines come down, and then you can swing across. If you have, and there's like varying difficulty levels if you want to do some like cheeky out of logic stuff here. You can technically make these gaps with Donkey by like kick jumping and jumping out of it. It's actually pretty precise to do that, but the super duper easy way, literally anybody can do this. If you have vine swinging, you just line up here with Diddy or Tiny and you just backflip. Diddy will grab that rope. So you can, that takes, anybody can do that. Doesn't matter if it's your first seed, your 500th seed. Anybody can do this with Diddy or Tiny. It works with both. Yeah,
that is
come over here.
Very convenient.
Yeah. Hopefully just knock this dude out. Please. There we go. And of course, that's what we get. That's hilarious. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the time to do this.
Oh, dude, I suck. I was trying to turn the camera.
There were so many things that were okay. There are actually quite a few things that were mentioned in this level, so I kind of gotta keep track of what's going on here. So I assume we're both in Japes. Again, Japes is not only just in this seed in particular because there's a lot of points here. This is like the treasure trove level. Like this is the level that has a bunch of stuff in it. That's, Sphere Zero. It's not going to require any moves. There's a bunch of Kasplats for free. The 2 shops, unless you're playing with Shopkeeper Shuffled, which obviously these settings aren't. A lot of really fast checks in this level for you to get. So, my goodness, what is this?
Also, like, debatably the fastest way to kill Kasplats. Once you have Pineapple, dude, just
shoot him.
Pull it out and just free range shoot that shit.
They travel really far, so you can start it up from, a while away. Because I'm pretty sure I already got.
Look at these fucking douchebags. What's up, Shaded?
Oops. Excuse me. Yeah, I did. Okay.
Speaking of douchebags, my God.
Damn, that was.
What about this?
Dragon.
Dragon D's? Okay, I'm good.
We're gonna grab these, and then we're going to.
They say that. What did I get there? I forgot. That thing? Oh!
Yeah, you got that thing. Another thing, and this is a very important thing that Spike also doesn't do. If you read a hint like that that says something in the shop was way of the horde, and you don't remember what you bought there,
yep.
If you pull up your pause menu once again, you can actually click over to a tab that shows where everything you have found so far is. So you can just look up whatever that hint was talking about, and then you're able to see what that hint was referring to. So. But that takes up time. Yeah, but then you don't forget things, Matt. And who likes forgetting things? Not me. I've never forgotten anything.
Learn I'm probably dying from a stomach ulcer, so that's something. Oh, Shaded! Why?
Huh?
Why are you doing that?
Do that?
Yeah, that's weird.
Why did you eat a stomach ulcer?
Weird play to me, kid. Dude, I'm sorry. That sucks.
Right. Yeah, that does suck. Ask Riley. Ooh, man, that's a throwback. Igloo Kasplat many times. We do not need to talk about the Igloo Kasplat. Don't need to talk about that. Also, oh, hello. Hello there.
Too much Mountain Dew? Man. Crazy way to out yourself. There's also definitely something to be said for on these settings of like pacing your GBs. Oh my goodness. Not overplaying the slower ones. Because like right here, I could buy from both of them. I'm actually going to elect to buy with Chunkster because he already has 2 blueprints. You're going to probably want to dump these anyways at some point. I have the equivalent of 39 GBs, but I'm still missing, I'll give it away, a fair amount of stuff for the go with motive.
I am missing, just based off of things I know I need, I am missing, if we don't count Helm, the key 8 in Helm, because we know it's there, I am missing 5 things for go mode.
Yeah, that's convenient. One right there. Very good, very good.
Okay. So we know that that is likely the last thing we need there. Very good.
Read this hint.
I will say I'm pretty good on...
Okay.
I'm pretty good on GBs as well.
But obviously when you're starting off...
Next week, probably.
Like, just get any and all GBs that you see, and you can slowly learn, like, wow, okay, at the end of that seed where I only needed 50 GBs, I got to, like, 65. So maybe next time you slow it down a little bit. But if you're close to go mode, then yeah, stretching for those extra ones is not a bad idea. Saying, okay, all I need are, like, 1 or 2 things, and I'm still, like, 10 GBs away.
A really kind of, I don't want to say like a next level way to approach it is if you know that there is a shop that has a vial in it or a key in it or whatever the case may be, and you also know that there are blueprints or GBs in that shop as well, I always kind of tentatively try to think like, okay, I know there's at least 1 or 2 GBs that I know I have to go back to because I know that I need to go back to that shop. So when you're kind of thinking like, well, I don't want to waste too much time over GBing, you can always kind of think like, okay, well, I know I need to go back to that one shop I saw and potentially buy everything out of there. So you can kind of plan accordingly. Again, there's a lot of collectibles in this game. There's a lot of stuff to keep track of. Certainly don't feel like you need to, you know, route everything, you know, perfectly when you're learning. That's what these scrub tournaments are for. They're for people that are brand new, people that have potentially never played the game before, never raced it competitively before. So I genuinely think that like having that type of, I guess, separate division where like, oh no, we can get people that are like not as familiar with the competitive scene, not familiar with the game, to kind of like get used to how racing works and things like that. I think it's really, really cool. I'm happy that Scrubs is doing this for I'm really happy Scrubs is doing this for DK64. I think it's really, really cool.
Let me actually, let's check this. Why not? One little thing I like to do if I am dumping to look at a boss door is just try to see what are Kongs who are already done with their banana medals. Then I know I don't have to kind of like mini math in my head. Wait, how many bananas do I still need in order to get to their banana medal later on? Well, not bad. Think of the 20 streak.
Not.
La 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 la. Let's go.
Couldn't remember which one it was. We'll let that timer go. That one. I mean, actually, I guess I could just go get that. Since I opened it. Sure, why not? Okay. Very good. And now let's come back here and do this one.
Oh, I'm a silly goose.
He's goosing.
He's a goosey
Cake has
boy.
been consumed. Delicious teriyaki. Oh, that's right, Estante. It's your birthmas.
Yo, birthmas?
Birthmas?
We straight birthing?
B-U-R-F? There's a really funny clip of, it's a good meme, of Shannon Sharp back on like Undisputed, where he's talking to Skip Bayless about something. And he goes, B-O-A-F, both. And Skip's like, what? And he's like, both. He's like, we're getting both. And I was like, dude, that's so funny.
We're gonna
That's
shoot
awesome.
it.
All right. Now,
All right.
let's see.
We do know we need to go buy something in aisle shops, which pretty much can only be one thing.
That is what I am on my way to do right now. So, for example, you see these 2 GBs that I had here. I did not come back to buy those. I didn't come back to buy those because I knew I had to come back here anyway with Lanky. So.
And I'm grabbing one more quick GB on the way out the door.
Got both of these.
Yeah, so we don't know about that. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Let me put you back into it. Oh, yeah, I gotta go over there.
And then one more here.
Buy that, Langy! I'm going to assume this is bongos. Yes. Because you need it to do the helms.
Correct.
We're closing in on the go mode, chat. Wheresoever those
Dang.
could it be. We're gonna poop that wiener.
No, not that.
Where?
Was it?
I need to go to here.
Oops, wrong thing.
There's one thing left, and we know it's... I mean, it pretty much has to be. Key 5 is somewhere in here. In here. Which will unlock levels 6 and 7, which at this point we know from process elimination are Factory and Aztec. Factory having 5 things in it, Aztec having 2.
Love Mario Party 2. Was Mario Party 2 the one? There was one of them that I...
Where you can have a hoot nanny.
That was it. Yeah, the Hoot Nanny. I think it was Mario Party 3 then. I used to play it with an ex of mine. Me and her like younger sister used to play. And the two of them would team up on me the entire time and make sure that I didn't win.
Oh.
It was great. It was funny. That relationship went great. Clearly.
That's weird. You've never played Mario Party since.
I know, it's weird. Fate, thank you for the 135 streams. Morning. All right, Fate, you can leave. I know that's the only thing you're here for. You're here to make number go up and then you leave. I know how it works. Excuse me. Thank you. You were kind of good at Mario Party 2. Mario Party's great. I love Mario Party. I wish I was better at it. Okay.
Nope.
Me. Oh God, my camera. Did he? All right, where is this? Oh, man, I will say this. I have still a couple things that I need.
Yeah, same.
Come on. Come on.
Oh, Gamers, I might have left an area too fast, they say. I just realized. I just goddamn realized.
Yeah, I don't think I got anything on those.
Yeah, I will. Gamers, we're going back.
That was that. This was. Let's see here.
I can guarantee you, I did not get the thing we needed.
Yeah, I didn't.
Hold up.
Interesting. Thanks for understanding. I came back from my clinic.
Yeah, you're definitely in unless a GB falls on your face. You should not pick them up anymore.
Correct.
Go over here. It's just, yep, it is just. Is that why that thing was way of the tour?
Oh, okay. Very good.
Right. So I can get this, right?
Now I think we need to do this. Yeah, I know. I think I know what it is. I think I know what it is.
To be honest, that is like very slightly nasty for a Scrubs tourney that this is what this was. Okay.
I'm going the wrong way.
Either way, very cool. Yeah, so that was okay, yeah. Very easy to leave that behind. Yeah, you in fact did need that. You did. You needed that shit. There is a small world you needed to do this.
Let's see. Is this potentially a silly
monkey friend
speed
moment?
It might. Oh man, we're hoping not for that. That would be bad.
That'd be hilarious. We need two things for go mode, chat.
I need 3.
Well, that's because you said. Okay, there was one of the things. Okay, we go in here. I knew that. I already knew that. Well,
Okay.
so based on that, oh, is it gonna be that?
Oh, well, I guess if that's the case, then we'll. I got a little cute.
Here,
maybe it's that thing.
I don't want to get cute.
You hear that, chat? He doesn't want to get cute.
I hate being cute. Oh, this is dead ass Vanilla Factory music. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about it. Yo, that's fun.
Oh shit, my man's in factory.
Fun. Gamers, quick, hide.
Hide.
Nobody say shit. Fuck. Scatter.
The delirium morning. Now I'm thinking that this
what is this
gonna
thing?
Be a gun?
Aha. Okay.
This is gonna be a specific gun for a specific thing.
Gonna stick my wiener back up inside that peanut.
It's actually really mean that it's gonna end up on this dude's banana medal.
Ow. What? No, fucking get off my dick. Alright, you gotta remember. That dick's not yours. Oh! That's fine. It was almost very funny. Okay, yeah, sure. Let's do this. Because we don't know. We don't know. Oh! Dog? What is this?
Missed you for the weekly last week? Or last night? Listen, man. I'm a BLZR main now, Quat. Those are the only settings that I can win a race. Okay.
Yeah, someone tell Quat he got too good, fucker.
No, he didn't get too good. He didn't get too good.
I'm saying it.
Oh yeah, did I get I didn't get the other. Which one did I not get?
Him getting too good.
Oh, the one that's yeah. Okay. That one.
Nice.
Okay.
Anyone wondering? You could not have. Well, no, you could. I was about to fucking lie. I probably. Well, no, I mean, like we're kind of blindly looking around for that shit.
Okay. You can't lose if you don't play at all. Dash. That's right. That's what I'm saying.
This is a good check to do because it is. Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh, because it is 2 checks. Okay. Okay. That fairy does not spawn until you do it. Yeah, we could not have done that beforehand. I should not have done that. Right, dude? That music is fucking obnoxious there. Holy shit.
There are 2 items that we have received this seed that are confusing.
Same, in all honesty.
And by confusing, I simply mean, like, I mean, I could just go there and go do that. Like, is that what they want me to do? I don't know. Is that what they want me to do?
I don't know. Could that be?
Is it this?
Same sound effects. I'm like, what is actually cueing that music?
That's the case that I'm just going. And I'm gonna go here. Oops. And then after that, I will go there.
Yeah, what up, Murby Studios? How you doing, gamer? It would be foolish to, okay. Then I simply won't go there.
But what if it's way in the hood? Wait a minute. 7 is not factory. Aztec is 7.
Oh,
I walked
gamers.
into the level 6 lobby and saw factory. That is the breakdown there.
Gamers, I just realized something, and now I feel like a silly fool.
Oh, you can't skip this cutscene.
I think I just realized what I had to do.
Precisely. And then... now I think we go do that. think.
I was gonna see if we could get some of this shit here.
This is, the end of this has proven to be a little tricky, for sure.
Brotherman, how in the tits?
I think that what really is helping this is that those important check counts. That has helped significantly, which means that it's good for what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna finish this. I'm just getting these couple right here.
Just
Different to a Kevin, everything. These are extremely different. These are extremely different settings.
Yeah, these are much more akin to like new
okay.
players who have never played the game before, never played the rando before. These are like what you would consider to be beginner. They're beginner friendly, but they're still kind of balanced to be done competitively.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, it's not just gonna totally hold your hand the entire time. But they are designed to be for beginners.
I'm gonna go get this.
Much more so than Kevin is.
Yeah, let's go do this, which is over here. Yeah, so that was we saw Way of the Horde and we said, okay, I will go directly there and get that thing. That puts me there.
Boom. Remember how many hits this is?
I will then do this. We'll peek up just in case. Motherfucker.
Just gonna be the thing. Yeah. Okay. We figured it out. All right. So I won't quite, I mean, unless Spike's like doing the check. I won't quite divulge how we were kind of able to suss that out. But I have reached go mode.
Congratulations,
So I
I
am on
need
my way over.
one more thing.
I'm assuming it is key 6.
Is in fact E6th. I have a monopoly with Chunky.
Me too.
What you gonna have to motherfucking do?
Now, obviously, we could have dumped some blueprints to make this timer a little longer. But I'm gonna do a slightly more, you know, again, a little bit of a sweatier strat where I'm just going to assume that I'm going to get the GBs that I am missing here in Helm as I do the minigames. So again, this is not something that, you know, I don't think anybody would expect like brand new players to do. It is kind of like a calculated risk you are taking. But it is kind of a fun little like
Yes, we know that
option that you do have. So, also their heads are so small.
It's disturbing. You say that. Okay.
And gamers, that is what we call a TWR. I'll go for this cutscene skip. This is like a 2-frame window. I got it. Okay. If you ever want to know how to do that, the way you do that is you want to watch the little camera that's spinning in the bottom right corner. When it spins, when it's like almost completely like perpendicular with the camera and the lens is facing to the left, that's when you want to play your instrument. That's like the visual cue for it if you ever want to try to practice that. I just went purely on vibes. No, there is an actual legitimate visual cue for that.
Gamers, hold on. I think we know where this is. I think we know where this is.
Okay, let's see if we can get this one. This one saves the most amount of time. There we go. I got both of them, actually. That's really good. Okay, so now I am at 49 GBs. Now, obviously, inquiring minds will be like, well, don't you need 50? Well, yes, but there are 3 more rooms that I can go check. And there we go. There's just one right in here. You always want to do the 2 rooms that are required to be finished first before doing these, just in case, you know, you struggle with the mini games or anything like that. Always do the 2 that are required of you before you grab any extras. But that is going to put us at our 50 that we need. Open this door here in the back. And then we're going to be going into K Rule. And K Rule for this seed is Tiny Chunky. Tiny being the longest of the fights, and Chunky not quite be. He used to be the fastest, but now he is trumped significantly by Donkey. Donkey is an incredibly fast phase of K Rule. We're gonna open this door. We're gonna grab key 8, and once you touch the key, you're good to exit to aisles. You have to touch the key before you leave. And then, yeah, you can just roll over into the K Rule boss fight. Let me know when you get key 6, and then we can kind of discuss how to logically deduce that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think my...
Diddy is also very quick. Diddy is also, like, the most difficult. So, like, the skill ceiling of Diddy's is the hardest. Donkey, you just climb on the turnbuckle and jump in the barrel. There's not much to it. Diddy requires some precise piloting, because the rocket barrel is difficult to control if you're not used to it. I still think it is better than wing cap. Hot take. I know. Oh God.
What a fuck.
Diddy Base is probably the most fun. Yeah. I am using an N64 controller, yes. I'm using a green N64 controller with a Mayflash adapter. And I've used like virtually any controller you can think of. I've used N64 controllers. I've used GameCube controllers. I've used 8-bit DOE controllers in the past. I've used like virtually everything the last like 3 years I've been playing this rando. And N64 just kind of, you know, and honestly, GameCube controller is pretty darn good, especially when you consider the fact that like it just has more buttons on it, and you can kind of, well, it doesn't have more buttons on it, but the buttons are a little more like, I don't know.
They're made more for human hands.
Yeah, they're made a little bit more for human hands. They don't wear and tear as much, in my experience, as an N64 controller does. But yeah, feel free to use any. I think there might be a couple people in the community that use Xbox controllers. I know that there was someone recently at the most recent GDQ we were at that I looked over their shoulder and they were using a PlayStation controller, and I called the National Guard.
Sir, we don't need you a part of this.
Yeah, that was the most concerning for me.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't. Oh, I mean, oh no, we don't have this. Gamer!
Yeah.
I don't think I know where key 6 is.
What did you get in Jape's Stormy Tunnel?
Oh, I might have just not found a hint that said that.
Oh, I did. There is a hint that says Jape's Stormy Tunnel is path to key 6. You use a PlayStation 5 controller, Jeff? All right, I'm calling the National Guard. You map C up to triangle and C right to O. Nope. I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police. Straight to jail.
Probably that. Man.
Straight to jail.
Okay.
Spike doing a good job of illustrating that point that I made earlier, where if you are new starting out, make sure you get all your hints.
Make sure you find all them bitches. Let's go over here then. Yeah, there was one of the hints I didn't. There were
for me 133.43. The hints are power.
Yeah, it could be over here.
Switching to a Duke controller. I will do this real quick.
I wonder which hint it was I didn't read. Yeah, so what we are assuming, gamers, was Japes. I mean, there is 1 point left there, but I'm pretty sure I did all the things. But the only other thing we got there was triangle. And so we're doing triangle-based things. There is one check. It could be in a place with a thing. So now Chunky Kegs here was reduced to 2. And looking at the levels, the only other thing, it could be Chunky Kaiju. I don't believe it can be anything else. Aztec. It kind of has to be this. Yeah, I wonder where that hint was. Was it this? It wasn't. Give me it. All right, let's go do the kaiju check. In factory. Level 6. I'm passing another one, this boulder on the right, but we know main aisle is foolish. So I know I don't need to check that. It's not a hot take that the PlayStation controller is better than the N64. Yeah, it is extremely better that the PlayStation controller is better. For Donkey Kong 64, that is debatable. Oh yeah, I want to take the 2 warp. This is normally a pretty slow check, so I elected to not do it. But it is now also looking like
4 out of logic. Yeah, I got key 4 out of logic before I even had Diddy Kong. But you needed Rocket Barrel logically to fly over to get key 4 out of caves. So
yeah, gamers, quick tier list. Only one game though. N64 controller. Where does it rank on the tier list of controllers?
oh god.
I think it's a C. I don't think it's the worst thing ever. I think one thing, you are just kind of ignoring a part of the controller.
Yeah. Just realized that our heads were
That existing over there doesn't make it bad.
Yeah, it's much closer to the bottom than it is to the top.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Like, all
Also-
these other, like, we poke fun. If I'm just playing a general video game and I gotta hook a controller up to BizHawk, if it is not a Nintendo 64 video game, I am never reaching for this thing. Hey, key 6.
Hey, you found it.
Yeah, you could have happened into it. Also, just because this level is bigger. But yeah, do you have any memory of where that hint was that said stormy tunnels on the path to 6?
I can look it up right now.
I'm wondering which one
What's the worst controller? I mean, the Wii is worse, I think. I think the original Wii is garbage.
Are you saying like Wiimote, Nunchuck, Shake, or like sideways
Yes.
Wiimote?
Yes. Wiimote, Nunchuck, Shake, yeah. All right, where was that hint?
Ooh, I wonder, you know what? Let's check if we can just do this.
It was in Castle. It was a hint in Castle.
It's probably the one that is at the bottom then. It could have been the one to get next to.
You always skip that one. You mean the one like at the bottom around the corner?
Yeah.
Welcome to bonus stage.
To be fair, as far as out of the way ones, that one's slightly more out of the way. Again, when you're starting off, don't skip your hits.
Right,
that being said, there are also other people who just never read hits. And they do shockingly well in tournaments.
It's not that they don't read. It's not just about when you don't read them. It's about like, you gotta be a little more familiar with the game.
Yeah, you're a little more savvy with it.
Like, yeah, you gotta be.
Because like an example there again, like you could have just said Factory has a lot of points still right now. Maybe you're full clearing it at that point. Like there is logic behind it. Like you're also going off of like a board right here where you know numbers of items in each area. We are currently seeing chat if I don't even need to dump these blueprints. And why I need to go to Tiny?
Real quick,
if there are two in the, you know what? Let's try to God route it. We're just gonna go straight there, dude. That would make it 50. If both are GBs.
This was the scrub setting, Jeff, and the point values for these are strictly just like the amount of important things in the level. So like a key is worth 1 point, a Kong is worth 1 point, a vial is worth 1 point. That's what Ash put together for this. And honestly, I think it was fine. I think it worked out great.
Yeah, it's because I know there are definitely a number of people, Revan, who are like, I don't want to do the math. Doesn't want to do the math. There's no math here. There's just
no math. Revan's got no excuse. This ain't got no math in it. Can you count?
And gamers,
no, you can technically get point settings in any. You can get point values in any settings you want. No Revan impression. That's because I was being nice.
All right, gamers, did this God route because again, on these settings, you need 45 GBs to get into Helm, but 50 then to actually get to the key 8 at the end. I am seeing if we can perfectly go from 46 to 50 here. This is if you want to get sweaty douchebag. All right, show me 2 GBs. Let's go, dude.
Let's go.
I can't get, the double. And then come over here and look at that. Look at the God routing. That actually, like, if that was intentional, that would have been crazy routing. Literally 46 to 50. Instead, it was just my dumb ass got paid out. All right, then you do tiny, you do check, and then you done. Did you cut the 90?
Barely. I got a 133.43. I also, I stopped to explain things.
Yeah. Worth noting, chat with Tiny, the game logically wants you to have Feather Bow here, but you can do this with Feather or with oranges. Oh, I put the thing away. I forgot, by default it's out.
Hyper and Yapping, I know. Name a more iconic duo.
So I'll try to do it here with, yep, you just press C right instead, and it'll also do it. It used to be a little more intense on the inputs you had to do, and yet it was kind of tight. They changed it to where if you just press Z and C right, it'll just throw the melon. And always and forever, shout outs to the devs. Very early on in DK64 Randomizer, we were like, dude, all these boss fights need to be sped up. They're not nearly as cool the 700th time you do them. It's like, Tiny is still a longer phase, but you don't get kicked out of the toes, the shoe, every time. Oh, I put it away. I mean, I already showed the melons. I didn't have to there. Yeah, you need Feather Bow from here. So you only get kicked out of the shoe one time. These were fun. Good job on Ash. I'm assuming that these were all her settings she came up with. Who? Pee in their boots. I am definitely going to go have a small snack after we make sure that King Arthur's world didn't crash while we were doing this. I will be so sick. Okay. And then a quick chunky phase.
Chunky phase.
Chunky. Kyber, thank you for the raid. I appreciate you, buddy. Yay. Welcome. Yeah, thanks for having me, gamer. These are fun. I think these are very, very good beginner newbie settings.
Yes. And I also think that they are, like I said earlier, they're not so hand-holdy that I think you can make a legitimate, like, tournament style, you know. There's a lot of routing that's still going to take place. There's a lot of decision making that you still have to do. It isn't just like, go here and do these things, right? So,
dude, legit tech you need to learn that, like, I was definitely terrible at. I don't know about you. You gotta learn how to skip them cutscenes.
yeah, you gotta mash start.
But, like, the timing of it as well. If you mash it too much, you're just gonna pause.
Right. Gotta get that tech.
Oh, where did I find Peanut? Well, it was in factory. Who did drop it? It was right before I went up. Because then I used it to then immediately do the minigame. Was it just on the Kasplat? And GG. Yay. It was the shop? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Because I would have gotten into the shop, then went up and did the minigame, which gave Sniper. Lol. Yep. You did not need Peanuts. You did not need Sniper. You did not need Balloon. But I left after those three, and that's where Key 6 was. Again, I didn't read the hint that keyed us in on that one. I was like, well, I know Vines and Monkey Port have something to do with it.
Well, it was Vines.
It would have had to be for Coconut Gun.
Was Monkey Port got you Punch?
Yes, and Punch got you diving. Where was Coconut Gun? Coconut Gun was in Japes, which was...
Well, so you don't even really have to think about it as to what Punch got you. It was just if you have the stormy tunnel hint, you know that the only thing you got there is triangle. So you could theoretically just be like, all right.
Oh, because that's
what
yeah.
Yeah, what checks involve triangle and punch?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, which there are only 2 of them.
There's that one and then that one. You go to Forest Kegs and you go to Kaiju. All right, well, GG.
I definitely did kegs first. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I did keggers first as well. Kaiju is probably because it doesn't give you a hint or anything, and like it is a lengthier set of cutscenes than a boss battle. That's probably one of the last locations you're going to go to if you were fully unhinted. Obviously, in this instance, there was a hint. I just didn't read it. Yeah. All right, if you're watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed this. Again, DK64Randomizer.com. We've done a million of these that y'all have seen, but these are very easy to get into. Go check out the website, DK64Randomizer.com, and check out this Scrubs tourney that is coming up on date. Kuiper?
I'm not sure what the date is.
Okay.
They're still kind of just doing some
Preliminaries.
races and preliminary stuff. So
cool. All right. See you, YouTube. Bye-bye.